What's happening YouTube? It is Trev. The market's doing pretty good today, right? So we had that CPI data came out, and it was pretty much where they expected it was going to be. It's always bad when it's worse than they expected, but it's better than it was. So the market is reacting positively. People are being optimistic, maybe overly optimistic, assuming that maybe this means we're in the middle or at the beginning of some sort of bull run. That would be nice, but I think we've got to give it some more time to figure out if this trend is actually going to stick. But everything is doing pretty well. A lot of things are really climbing today, so that's awesome. What I really want to talk to you about, though, is something that I talked about not that long ago. Let me see if I can get you to it. Let's see. Why? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm sorry. Screwing my thing up here. This is Knotori token. And I spoke with Queenie about Knotori token on a live chat not that long ago. We were talking for about an hour about this. And let me shrink this up a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out how to look at this chart or how to finagle this chart. But let me zoom out a bit. So you can see that for quite a while, Knotori was really kind of flat, right? There were some things that were going on. This was released back in actually 2021, right? And the founders stepped down. All they cited was personal reasons, right? Maybe somebody knows more of the story. I don't. But in the meantime, the token kept going, and some community members who had certain expertise actually stepped up and said, no, it's a great project. We're going to keep it going. And so they started building on stuff. They brought in Queenie as community manager. And this thing has been climbing, right? So I want to zoom in a little better. Currently, right now, we are at 701419, right? And that's pretty close to something here. Let me figure this out. So I want to make this bigger. Bring that over here. Bring that over here. And let's try to stretch it a little bit. All right. Because I just want you to see basically this little wedge that I drew. So we had gone up pretty high, right? And then came back down pretty hard too. And it's been climbing ever since. And this climb started around March 10th, right? So what's today? Today is the 14th. So this is like a 4-day trip, right? And I drew some lines. Let me take you. All right. So I went to the top here where we were, and this was back on March 7th, right? So we dropped for like 3 days, and then we've been coming up. So this is about a week ago. And it came down, but the high that we got to here was right around 701425 is what I figured it was, right? So I drew my straight line there, and then I came back down to where it started climbing, and hit a couple points, right? This is the line that I drew, and then this causes a little bit of a wedge. So I'm looking for a breakout on this wedge, right? Right now at 1419, we're right under it. And honestly, I expected this, and I still kind of expect it to maybe bounce off of that once, maybe even twice. And maybe on the second or third time, I expect it to break through and actually stay above it, right? It could surprise me. It could surprise us all, and it could keep shooting up from here on this little parabolic trajectory that it has. And it could keep going. The all-time high on this thing was 7 zeros and 2 something, 21, 22, 23, somewhere around there, right? Once it busts past this resistance line right here, there's not a whole heck of a lot of resistance between that and that all-time high. So I'm looking for it to keep going. Now, understand, this isn't financial advice, and I'm not the greatest chart reader in the world, right? I'm learning along with you guys. I'm not a financial advisor, so you got to take everything that I say here with a grain of salt. Read this chart the way you read it. Maybe you're better at reading it than I am, right? I'm just telling you that's the way it looks to me. Now, some people are concerned and they say, well, this has gone up so much in the last few weeks that it's, it would be chasing it. It doesn't make any sense to get in right now. And I understand that perspective, right? For me, I don't think it's too late to get in. The reason I say that is because, like I said, we still have a little ways to go before we get to all-time highs, right? At 702 something. I think it was around 22 or whatever, right? So there's still some space for it to run a little bit before it gets there. Now, I expect it'll probably bounce off of that all-time high. If it blows right past it, I mean, that's phenomenal. But at some point, I do expect that it's going to go past it. There's a lot working for it. The current team, everything that they're developing, they just got listed on ShibaSwap. The way that the market is trending right now, so many things going in this project's favor that I see no reason why it shouldn't shoot past that all-time high and then just keep going, right? But again, do your own research, do your own due diligence. You decide to do it with your money, what you want to do. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm expecting. I plan on adding more KTO to my bag. Now, when I originally first got in, I got in at 8025, I think, somewhere around there, and I did take some profits, right? But I and I've got some other things going on, some other plays that I'm working on, but I plan on adding to this one. As long as it's before the all-time high, I plan on trying to add as much as I can to this one. And then, then I'll look at it and I'll see, okay, what's going on? What new things are being developed? What's coming up, right? And see what kind of strength it's going to have. What is the market actually doing? To try to determine, is it a good time to jump in right now at all-time highs or around there? How much more does it have to go, right? I'll make those determinations as I go. But right now, I have no problem adding more right now. Other than financially, right? So as soon as I can, I'm going to do that. Now, there was an article that came out recently on Medium, and this John Clave guy, I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a community member or whatever. He only has 4 followers, so I don't anticipate that he's been writing on Medium for very long. It's a very short article, and I believe he's written at least one other article on KTO as well. 4 followers, and one of them I think is me, because I just followed him, right? If he's going to be writing about Knotori, I want to read what he's got. So it's only a 2-minute article, and I'll just zip through it fast for you. Let's see. Nope, having trouble with my mouse here. Okay. So Knotori token was launched on the Ethereum network on December 3rd, 2021. It has a fully doxed development team, numerous security mechanisms, and manipulation-resistant tokenomics. The Knotori development team is creating a decentralized exchange with the assistance of Tech Alchemy, an award-winning blockchain development studio. KTO's exchange is currently in the alpha testing phase, which is open to the public. You can sign up to test the alpha and you've got a link there. So, if you want to get in and play around with it and test out the alpha, it's open to the public. You just click on that link and you're good to go. Okay, over the past month, there have been many changes to the Knotori token development team, with 2 founders stepping down from their roles for personal reasons and introducing Artemis, Kramit, and Mike, members of the community who will be taking an active role in the company's development. So far, they've been doing a bang-up job, these guys. The project has also acquired a new community manager, Queenie, who is renowned for her time in Shiba Inu project. She brings a wealth of experience and knowledge to the team, having proven her dedication on numerous projects in the industry. Her expertise includes extensive knowledge of blockchain technology, digital asset management, and strategic community building, making her an essential part of this team. I've already said it about her a few times. Whenever I would go into that Shiba Inu, for lack of better term, ecosystem Discord, right, and ask a question, she was always one of the first ones to greet me with a hello, with a, how's it going? Answer the questions, very cordial, very nice about everything. And she was one of the few in there that I can say that about. She has some people skills. She has a way about her that makes you comfortable and makes you kind of trust her, right? So when I found out that she was involved in this project, it's what kind of drew my eye to it. She had put out a tweet saying that she took this position. And I said, let me go check that out. And I don't regret having done it at this point. So just moving on here. Despite these changes to the Knotori token development team, the priority remains unchanged: a secure and transparent platform. The investors' overall sentiment during this time has been relatively positive, with a 200% price increase and a significant volume increase over the past month. Many members of the community and supporters on social media have expressed their desire to trade the KTO on Shiba Swap, a top-tier decentralized trading platform in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Committed to the project and investors, the development team announced that they have injected Knotori token liquidity into the swap on Friday. That's awesome. March 10th. To learn more about Knotori, it's KnotoriToken.com. Knotori token is currently trading at, and this is when this was written, it was currently trading at 701309. We just looked and saw that it's gone up quite a bit from there. 24-hour volume of 73,500 and 2,515 holders. Those numbers have increased as well. Give me a second. Let me see if I can go back to this for a second. So we're showing here that the current holders are 2,570 something, right? So I know that they wanted to get to that 2,500 mark, and they got to it and kind of blew by it a little bit. Continuing to add holders, it's all gravy. It really is all good. So the total liquidity, now that they've added some, 650,057. 650, 0.57 thousand. 24-hour volume, this past 24 hours has been 51.5, so it's a little lower than when that article was written, a little lower than I would actually like to see, but I mean, the chart is still looking pretty darn good. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can, this mouse is really giving me some problems. Let's see, maybe because I have too many windows open. Let me refresh this. That's going to take a second. Still 1419. Okay. We've got total market cap of almost 8 million, 7.95 million. What did I do to this mouse? And the total supply sitting at 560 billion, right? Deflationary, they are burning it off. So anyway, if you want to check this one out, I would say it's probably not a bad one to check out. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I wouldn't even try to tell you what to do with your money. But I just advise that if you are looking for a good investment, I think that this is a decent one. But do your own research, do your own DD, check out everything you can check out. Jump in the Discord if you can, ask questions, see what that community is like. And they seem to be really active, bunch of really friendly people. Anything that you can check out about them, check it out first. But go ahead and do it, and then make up your mind whether this is something you want to jump into or not. I'm happy to bring the information to you, but then you've got to take it from there, right? So, all right, if you have any questions about it, by the way, because I do talk to Queenie a bit. We're on different sides of the world, but when I ask her a question, she usually gets to it as soon as she can. So if you have any comments, you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If I can't answer it, I'll get it to her, and we'll get you some answers. If you could hit the like button for me on the way out, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I put out more videos about this and about all the other stuff I'm covering. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Have a great night or day, whatever it is right now. All right, ciao.